Our planet is full of wild wonders, but some of the coolest creatures out there are the ones that come in colossal sizes. From the deepest parts of the sea to the highest mountain peaks, nature has created animals so big, bizarre, and brave, they almost don't look real. And in today's video, we're counting down the 15 largest and biggest creatures ever caught alive. Let's begin with number 15, Thailand's albino buffalo. When politicians receive guests at their offices, it's typically foreign dignitaries, business moguls, or maybe a celebrated YouTuber. But in 2023, Thai Prime Minister Sretha Thavisin welcomed a far more unusual guest, a gigantic white water buffalo named Ko Muang Phet, a revered emblem of wealth, luck, and social prestige in Thai tradition. And this wasn't your average buffalo. This bulky beast had just been purchased for a jaw-dropping $500,000. That's right, $500,000 for a livestock animal. Water buffaloes are already impressive, with adult males often weighing over 2,200 pounds or 1,000 kilograms, heavier than a compact car. But this guy stood out with his luminous pale coat, broad horns, and near-mystical presence. In Thailand, albino buffaloes aren't simply farm animals. They're potent status symbols, often viewed as sacred. The Prime Minister personally greeted the animal at the government building, stroking its head like royalty. To outsiders, it may seem surreal, but in Thailand, it was pure cultural reverence. Number 14, Britain's fattest orangutan. We all know both people and animals can become very overweight. But Ocean, a Sumatran orangutan, broke all expectations. Raised as a household pet for over a decade, she became Britain's heaviest orangutan, tipping the scales at a staggering 220 pounds when she arrived at Monkey World Ape Rescue Center in Dorset at just 14 years old. Native only to Borneo and Sumatra, orangutans are already endangered, and captivity only worsens their odds. Ocean had lived on processed snacks, cakes, and sugary drinks for years. At the sanctuary, she was placed on a strict regimen of fruits and vegetables. Over time, she dropped 55 pounds, reclaiming some of her natural strength and mobility. Orangutans typically weigh between 110 and 198 pounds, making her earlier condition a dangerous outlier. Her transformation wasn't just about losing weight, it was a second chance at life. Thanks to the center's dedicated team, Ocean now lives among her kind, finally treated like the wild animal she was born to be. Number 13, the monster crocodile rescued by Steve Irwin. ACCO is a male saltwater crocodile who lives or may have lived in the Australia Zoo, where he's fed wild boar daily to satisfy his immense wild appetite. This prehistoric beast weighs around 2,205 pounds and measures approximately 16.5 feet long. Back in 1988, Steve Irwin himself captured ACCO, who was then labeled a danger due to multiple attacks near Cattle Creek and his proximity to human settlements. Locals wanted him dead at all costs. Poachers were even hired to kill him and sell his hide. But Steve wasn't having it. Armed only with a camera and his loyal dog Suey, he leapt from a boat, tied the crocodile from the shore, and used a four-wheeler to haul him into a transport cage. Acco's strength is no exaggeration. He could take down cattle, horses, or buffalo his size with terrifying ease. His presence at the zoo is not just for show. We don't know if it's alive or not, but this croc was big, just like the Henry, the oldest world's croc. Number 12, Hamburg Zoo's giant walrus. Odin was the largest walrus ever recorded at Hamburg Zoo, and his sheer size drew thousands of visitors from around the globe. This 3,740-pound creature was living proof of the walrus's status as one of the heaviest animals in the Arctic. His immense weight was largely thanks to a thick layer of insulating blubber, which allowed him to stay warm and buoyant in freezing polar waters. Odin spent most of his time floating in his enclosure's tank, often appearing lost in thought. his bulk alone holding every visitor's attention. Walruses like Odin can use their tusks to haul themselves onto ice sheets and rely heavily on their blubber to survive frigid conditions. But it was Odin's towering size, mellow demeanor, and daily routine that turned him into more than just an exhibit. He became the heavyweight monarch of the zoo, part living iceberg, part silent attraction, and a humbling reminder of just how powerful Arctic life can actually be. Number 11. Hercules. This is the largest living cat on Earth according to Guinness World Records. A one-of-a-kind liger born from a male lion and a female tiger, Hercules isn't just large, he's gigantic. Hercules weighs approximately 882 pounds and stretches up to 11 feet long. I mean, that's over 100 times heavier than your average house cat. And with an appetite to match, he devours around 29 pounds of fresh meat daily. His claws are sharpened not on trees, but on wooden beams designed to handle his brute strength. Despite his intimidating size and lion-like stance, Hercules is known for his calm, friendly nature. He even enjoys the occasional bottle of milk from his handlers. While his size is legendary, what truly stands out is his unusual heritage and gentle behavior. Hercules isn't just a zoo attraction. He's living proof of how Mother Nature, with a little human intervention, can produce something that feels mythical, but walks among us. Number 10. The giant squid filmed by Edith Witter. Deep-sea research has revealed many mysteries, but few moments hit as hard as marine biologist Edith Witter's breakthrough. Known for her work on bioluminescence, she and her team captured footage for Blue Planet 2 that finally showed one of the ocean's most elusive beasts, the jumbo squid. Nicknamed red devils, Dosidicus gigas are far from your everyday calamari. They can reach up to 6.5 feet in length and weigh over 110 pounds. Armed with razor-edged suckers, they're notorious pack hunters, more wolf than squid. Catching one on film is near impossible, since they dwell in pitch-black, crushing depths. Witter designed stealth cameras that recorded bioluminescent activity without spooking this beast. Thanks to this tech, the team filmed the squid as it flashed, lunged, and hunted with chilling precision. For many, it was the first time seeing a live giant squid not washed ashore, but alive, alert, and terrifying. Number 9. The heaviest bull ever recorded. Fatar shocked livestock circles back in 2016 when he appeared at the Paris International Agricultural Show and shattered the world record for the heaviest bull ever documented. At the time, he weighed an astonishing 4,300 pounds, eclipsing the previous record holder, and he was only 5 years old. Standing beside him was enough to make anyone feel miniature. His back was like a wall, his neck broader than most torsos, and each step made the ground feel like it shook. His breed, known for its size and strength, had never produced anything quite like him. Since that event, no other bull has officially surpassed his weight. It's unknown just how heavy Fatar eventually became, but no doubt the number was greater. He remains a symbol of agricultural excellence and sheer animal power. For anyone lucky enough to see him in person, it was like witnessing a walking mountain built of bone, muscle, and unmovable mass. Number 8. Record-breaking alligator caught in Florida. Back in October 2023, a jaw-dropping alligator was caught near Orlando, Florida, one of the biggest ever seen in the state. Measuring over 4 meters or 13 feet long, the reptile was so massive it spanned almost half of the boat it was brought in on, which itself measured 4.9 meters or 16 feet. Captain Kevin Bratz, with 2 decades of experience running Florida gator hunting, led the effort. He admitted he'd never witnessed a gator of this magnitude. After several hooks were secured, it took nearly 4 hours to subdue and bring the animal aboard. With 3 crew members working together and a 1,000-pound beast resisting them, it was a full-blown battle. A wildlife biologist later estimated the gator's age to be between 60 and 90 years old. Florida's largest on record still edges it out at 1,043 pounds, but this catch wasn't far off. It proved that Florida's swamps still hide monsters big enough to break records or brains. Number 7. Sweetheart. In the murky waters of Sweet Lagoon along the Finnis River, one colossal saltwater crocodile left behind a reputation for wreckage. Measuring 16.8 feet long, this crocodile was notorious for biting motorboat propellers and even charging fishing vessels. Strangely enough, there were no confirmed reports of him harming people. By July 1979, the Northern Territory Parks and Wildlife Commission decided the risk was too high and moved in to capture the beast. News spread instantly. Photographers and museum curators descended, eager to witness this moment. Headlines screamed claims of a 300-year-old crocodile, intensifying the media frenzy. After the capture, taxidermists got to work preserving Sweetheart's legacy, turning him into a museum centerpiece posed in a perfectly straight line. Sweetheart's fame began in the mid-1970s, when locals first dubbed him the heavyweight of Sweet's Billabong. His legacy was immortalized again in 2007, when the film Rogue dramatized his story. Though long gone, his legend still bites. Number 6. Fat Siberian tigers spark online outrage. After photos from the Siberian Tiger Park in China surfaced online, people couldn't believe what they were seeing. These big cats looked massively overweight. In several shots, they resembled furry balloons more than apex predators. Critics flooded the internet, urging park officials to help the animals shed the excess weight. In response, staff explained that such weight gain is typical among Siberian tigers during the colder months when they store fat naturally. Still, the images sparked serious conversations about diet, enclosure size, and enrichment. These tigers, known for their powerful build and unmatched strength, looked bloated and lethargic, nothing like their wild, lean counterparts. While the park denied any mistreatment, public reaction was sharp, with many calling for routine health checks and better oversight. Some experts backed the park's claims, noting seasonal changes, but the visual evidence had already made its impact. What do you think about it? Was it real or Chinese? Number 5. The prehistoric Leviathan whale. All right now, let's go back in time. Leviathan is an extinct genus of predatory whale that lived roughly 12 to 13 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. Belonging to the Physeteroidea family, alongside today's sperm whales, Leviathan was one of the largest carnivorous whales to ever exist, reaching lengths of up to 56 feet. What set it apart was its fearsome jaw. Leviathan's teeth were massive, conical, and razor-sharp, some growing over 14 inches. Unlike today's filter-feeding whales, Leviathan hunted. Its likely prey included other whales, seals, and large marine mammals. It had a muscular, robust frame and a massive square-shaped head housing those horrifying teeth. It also featured a developed melon, a fatty organ used for echolocation, suggesting highly advanced sensory navigation. Fossil evidence points to ancient waters near modern-day Peru as its primary domain. Not only was Leviathan a terror of the ancient seas, it was nature's answer to apex predators long before sharks ruled the oceans. Is it cool or creepy? Number 4. The tallest horse on Earth. Big Jake, a Belgian draft horse, holds the record as the tallest living horse ever measured. Towering at nearly 6 feet and 9 inches tall and weighing in at 2,600 pounds, Jake was more than just big, he was monumental. Despite his colossal frame, he had the temperament of a puppy and thrived on human attention. Owned by Jerry Gilbert in the United States, Jake lived on a farm where he became the star of every tour. Gilbert was incredibly proud of Jake and never missed a chance to show him off. In 2010, Guinness World Records officially recognized Jake as the world's tallest horse, catapulting him into international fame. Though retired from competitions, Jake once took part in pulling contests and exhibitions. In one iconic photo, he stood beside the world's smallest horse, Thumbelina, and the contrast was mind-blowing. Watching them side by side was like seeing a mountain and a teacup share the same stable. Number 3, the three-legged crocodile legend. In Australia's crocodile country, one heavyweight stands out for more than just size: Tripod, the legendary three-legged saltwater crocodile. Despite missing a limb, Tripod remains an absolute powerhouse. Estimated to be 80 to 90 years old, he measures an impressive 17 feet and weighs around 2,000 pounds. His name and legend were immortalized in a video featuring monster croc wrangler Matt Wright, who fed the reptile by hand with nerve and care. In the footage, Wright stands dangerously close, offering meat as Tripod lunges forward with calculated force. Saltwater crocodiles can grow beyond 23 feet, but even among giants, Tripod commands attention. Wright joked that Tripod is a good boy, but added he'd still eat him without a second thought. This crocodile's survival, despite his injury, proves he's a force of nature. Missing a limb never stopped Tripod from maintaining his place at the top of the food chain. Number 2, the ancient ocean apex. Megalodon, which means giant tooth, remains one of the most terrifying marine predators in Earth's history. This ancient shark dominated the seas during the Cenozoic era, roughly 23 to 2.6 million years ago. It was estimated to grow up to 59 feet long, making it one of the largest carnivorous fish to ever exist. Its most formidable feature was not size, but the teeth, triangular, serrated, and up to 7 inches or 18 centimeters long, are perfect for slicing through whales, seals, and massive prey. Its jaws were so wide, it could devour a full-grown orca in a few bites. Megalodons patrolled oceans around the globe, from coastal shallows to deeper offshore waters. Fossils have been unearthed across the Americas, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. The exact cause of its extinction remains debated, possibly a shift in climate or a decline in food sources like large marine mammals. Regardless of the reason, this creature was scary. Number 1. Jeremy Wade and the monster tiger shark. If there's one man who built his name confronting oceanic nightmares, it's Jeremy Wade, host of River Monsters. And in Season 8, he locked horns with one of his most legendary catches, a monster tiger shark, one of the sea's most feared beasts. These predators aren't small. They grow beyond 16 feet in length and can weigh more than 1,322 pounds. Nicknamed the garbage bins of the ocean, they devour anything: sea turtles, debris, even license plates. The shark Wade hooked pushed rod and line fishing to its extreme. The episode was filmed in the warm waters off Australia, where tiger sharks often wander close to populated shores. After hours of anticipation, false alarms, and taut silence, his line snapped to life. But this was no ordinary shark. After over an hour of punishing resistance, Wade finally pulled the beast beside the boat. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.